What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Sunday show of Let's Talk About It. We are here, guys, with Miss Kokonut-Queenz Vlogs. Wait till we see and meet her in just a second. I'm just getting things a little set up here in the background, running a bit late because we were preparing for dinner and decided to do dinner after. So welcome, everybody. I know we have a few people in the house. We have people that have walked in. We have 8 people in the house. I'm going to just do some quick shout outs here. Marco Seats, what's up? C Circle, be back in 5 is what she says. John Ton Eats, what is going on? Hello. How are you? Welcome. Let's see. Daylight Media Concepts, what's happening? What's going on? JS Slots, what's going on? Welcome. My boy Rick Rock Foodie, kumusta na tol? How are you? Hanix family, how are you, sis Brittany? What's going on out there on the East Coast? Of course, my sister Jean Hartman, dito lang ako sa BG, luto ako ng dinner. Okay, luto ka lang ng dinner, basta mamaya meron din akong plato sa dinner ko, ha? Kasi gutom na rin kami. Jenny Lynn, hello, welcome. All right, so we got a few people in the house. We got 11 people in the house. Thank you so much for coming on by. aka Savage Chris, what's going on? How are you? Let's see if there's anyone that I missed. Nightbot looks like it is working the way it needs to work. Hashtag the cannons. How are you, brother? How are you? Hey, Tooth and everyone. Kathy's World and friends. How are you doing? Yanni J is here as well. Y'all stopping by to say hello. Welcome. Well, the time has come, guys. We have our sis Kokonut-Queenz Vlogs here. A quick little story on how I met our sis Kokonut-Queenz. There was I'm trying to remember, it was about a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago, guys, that I met Kokonut-Queenz. And it was during probably one of the growth streams. I'm trying to remember. It's been so long, guys, how we actually met. But you know how it goes. We meet each other in live streams and we check each other's channels out. And the two things that caught me, guys, the two things that caught me really, really good about Kokonut-Queenz was, one, when you watch her videos, guys, I want you to take a look at the quality of her videos. The qualities of her videos are impeccable. She has this editing style that's extremely unique. And she's a family vlog where she does mukbang, she does eating, she does gaming, she does family outings and things like that. So it's a variety channel. But what I really love about her is her ability to show her family, the family dynamic. And one video that really caught my attention, and the reason why I got hooked by Miss Kokonut, was the video where she was asking her kids about hyphy words in the Bay Area. So, guys, you have to know, people in Northern California, we have our own language. You know what I'm saying? We have our own way that we express ourselves. Bay Area language or Northern California language is totally different from Southern California language, believe it or not. We're almost like two different states, Northern California, Southern California. We will claim California, guys. We really will. But we will claim what side of California we live on. We really, really do. And people in Northern California, we are some proud people. We love to, there are certain words that we only in Northern California people use. 20 years ago when I went to school, guys, I went to Southern California. And one thing I said, there was one word that I said, and they knew automatically that I was from Northern California. What word do you think that was, my Northern California people? There was only one word that I said that made people think, you're from NorCal, huh? The word is hella, guys. 25 years ago, when you use the word hella, they knew automatically you were from Northern California because no one in Southern California used that. Everyone in Southern California was using different terminology. We're in the same damn state, you feel me? But they were using different terminology. And so when I watched that video, even me, guys, I live in Northern California, but I'm not too far away from the Bay. And most of the language kind of bleeds over to the Valley. But when I was listening to some of the words that she was saying, I was like, what does that mean again? What does that mean? I had to kind of recollect what I was trying to hear some of the words that she was asking her kids to translate. But it was so endearing just to hear that language. And I was caught in that relationship with her because, number one, we're from Northern California. When you're from Northern California, guys, you stick together. And number two, she was Polynesian. She understands the struggle of the Polynesian life. And there's a lot of similarities between our Polynesian family and Filipino families. Y'all, we the ghetto of the Pacific Ocean. Trust and believe. Am I lying, Coconut?
No.
All right, guys. Are you guys ready to meet Miss Kokonut? If you guys are ready, hit that one button. We got 16 people in the house. Thanks so much for taking the time on Sunday afternoon to come and kick it with us this afternoon. If you guys are ready to see Miss Kokonut, you guys hit that one, and we will bring Miss Kokonut out here so she can represent Northern California. She can represent our folks up in the Bay as well. All right. We are ready to bring Miss Kokonut on board. Miss Kokonut, what's going on, Miss Kokonut? We got Miss Kokonut in the house, y'all. Miss Kokonut in the house. Thanks so much. Let me do this really quick. All right, there you go. One thing we don't have is our names up, huh? Do we have our names up? Maybe if I take off the banner. Oh no, I have to take this off. But everyone should know who Missing Tooth is. I'm the only one that got a missing tooth. All right, we won't worry about that, guys.
About that one.
We can't lie about that one. There's a few people that have walked in while I was chit-chatting away, guys. Want to make sure that I acknowledge the folks that have walked in. Guys, I hate missing messages, but I know sometimes we get up in it. Kicking It With Key is here. What's going on, fam? How are you? Skyray Eats is here. Welcome aboard. LNJ7, hello, welcome aboard. And let's see who else we have that have come in the meantime. Skyray Eats, what's going on, Skyray Eats? Y'all, I just in Pusa Studios, they it down. What happened? They put it down? Oh Lord, what happened to Pusa Studios? Uh-oh. Classic Comedy Clubby series. What is going on? Welcome aboard. Thank you so much for coming on in. My brother Sean Williams, one of my followers from AMB Variety TV and close friend that has come over as well here to come and visit. Is there anyone else that I missed, you guys? I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. And of course, Miss Kicking It With Key. Hey Tooth, what is going on? So you guys, as I mentioned, this is my NorCal sister. She is represented in the Bay Area. I can't. The Bay. One love. Look at her. She tried not to be ratchet, y'all, but she is Team
I'm
Ratchet.
trying. I'm
She
trying.
she the only one that I could kick it with like this, real ratchet, and be still cool. You know what I mean? Like, ain't oh, someone flagged them. Oh my gosh, Skyray Eats. That's crazy. That's some haters, y'all. When they try to go and flag people like that, that is too bad. Hey everyone, Miss Vicky's World is here. All right, so make sure you guys, as you know, this is an interactive live and collaboration when we do these kind of episodes. So you guys start to think about some questions about Kokonut-Queenz Vlogs. When she's in the chat, guys, you know she's lit because she's the one that's always going to tell you as it is. She's always laughing about something. She's always joking. She's always like trying to roast, but she's not roasting, but she really is roasting. She's that type of chatter. And if she has a chance to roast and you give her a door open to roast, she will roast. That's not that is the truth. I'm not lying about that. So if you
Yes.
guys have some questions for her, we are welcome to receive some questions. But I do want to have a chance for her to talk about a couple of things. We had a really good conversation yesterday in the pre-show, and we talked about a couple of things that I thought were really important for you guys to understand and to know. So the first question to you, Miss Kokonut-Queen Vlogs, why the name Kokonut-Queen Vlogs?
Okay, so as everybody knows, I am Samoan. And if you translate my last name, it means coconut kings, right? And obviously, I'm not a king, I'm a queen. So we ended up, the girls and I just decided that we were just gonna make our name Coconut Queen. So yeah,
I love that. And I was telling her how unique that was to trying to take, your own language and apply it into, English vernacular. And to do that and to put
right.
Coconut Queens on there, I thought it was extremely creative. And I was also telling her last night that there's such a need for us to promote our own culture within what we do in our vlogs or in our YouTube. That how
Hmm.
ironic that Coconut Queens really does mean your last name. Well,
Right,
Coconut
right, right,
Kings, but turning into the effeminate part, but just using it
hmm,
as your last name.
right, right. So my brothers also have some ideas where they're gonna actually start using Coconut Kings, but instead of with the instead of with a K, they're gonna actually use the C.
Right.
So it's gonna actually be spelled Coconut Kings
That's really
and not
cool. That's
the
really
K.
really cool. Let's check with see what Kathy said. Yes, my girlfriend was in Pusa and she said they went down and she got a message they were taken down for violating YouTube guidelines. Oh, what was going on in the YouTube guidelines, guys? What were they violating? It could be anything, guys. When
Yeah,
people go out and flag people, they'll make an assumption or just they probably have to go under review to see exactly what that was.
yeah,
These growth streams that help a lot of us do what we do, and to connect with other people and the networking side of things. Really, they verge right on that cusp of sub to sub, but they're not a sub to sub channel. They are a networking channel, and so it could have been anything that may have led to that. So um, that's quite unfortunate because Pusa is very valuable within the community to help connect people and YouTubers across spectrum. So I hope that they get that resolved. Vicky's World says, "Hey, Coconut Queens, what's going on?"
well, hello, Vicky.
And then let's see, Mr. and Mrs. ASMR. Hey guys, so glad I got to catch your show today. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. ASMR. I appreciate you being here. We are excited to have you here as well. Miss C Circle, the C Circle is here, guys. So welcome the C Circle. I know that Kokonut-Queenz was able to catch a bit of it while she was in class when the C Circle was here on Thursday. Um, all right, and it looks like Kathy's World, my girlfriend just messaged and they are back and telling what happened. All right, cool. As long as we know that they should be good to go and they weren't permanently shut down, at least they were able to still get back on. My bad, I'm late. No problem. We just started, so no problem at all. I'm good. Everyone is saying hello, but it looks like VYC is back from the wedding. How was the wedding, VYC? Our
Oh, I
sister.
saw that.
The
Yeah.
VYC is almost at 1K, guys. She is very, very close. I think she's down to 36 left. So if there's anyone that's willing to help, Miss VYC, she is here in the chat. So you guys make sure you guys are connecting with one another and networking as well. Question: What are your favorite kind of videos to make?
My favorite kind of videos are probably the ones where my kids are like really just being themselves. I have a couple videos where it's like you can tell it's really scripted, right? And I mean, as fun as those videos were to make, the kids and I didn't really like feel it because they just weren't being themselves. We like doing the Q&A videos where I kind of just let them go ahead and say what you need to say, feel how you need to feel, get it off your chest. But for the most part, it's more the vlogs. I like doing those and the Q&As where the girls are really truly just bringing their personalities out.
There's something to be said about when you're doing a vlog or you're working with your family about doing the vlog is that they're authentic in what they present, right? I mean,
Yes,
I would
right,
you would hate to not have them be authentic on camera, but I love the fact that even the kids understand authenticity. Like they're in front of
right.
the camera and they're like, I'm not feeling this because I don't feel like myself, and
Yes,
for them to be able to express them at that early age, I think is remarkable, because oftentimes what happens as we become adults, we're often filtered, right? And so the
right,
kids understand that they're not filtered, they're accepted to be able to be who they are, and be authentic and not have to worry about a filter so much. And mom is allowing them to be themselves. I mean, that in itself is a blessing, because a lot of kids nowadays don't have that ability to be as open and as authentic because their parents want them to be a certain way. But I
right.
think you recognize that, and that's so good to know.
Yeah, I think it's really important that I just feel like in order for your kids to kind of like flourish, you got to let them be their creative self. You have to let them be themselves. Obviously, there's a that line they must not cross, and they need to understand that. But at the same time, I just feel like if you let the kids truly be themselves, and as long as you discipline them enough and give them enough home training, you'd be surprised about the stuff that they can do on their own, right? So yeah, I try to explore different things with the kids all the time, and like if you're watching my videos, you definitely see we do a lot of stuff. But it's just I'm trying to figure out what they like and what we can do with it. You know?
I love the fact that you're giving that opportunity to kind of explore who they are. And you mentioned something that was really cool last night, where you're saying each of them are so different. Everyone is so unique. But one thing I want to share is the uniqueness of not just their personalities, but uniqueness of their names. That is one thing that I was not caught by surprise in a bad way, but caught in a surprise in a like, wow, it was a very thoughtful in the way that everything was kind of everything was named.
Yeah.
Are you available to talk about their names at all, or is that something you want to keep on the
Oh
hush?
no, their things are already on the
Okay.
videos. All right, so we have Sydney. All right, I just want to break this down. Okay, I have a well blended family. So I just want to let y'all know. So we have Sydney, which is the daughter of my husband in a previous relationship. And then we have Honesty and Royalty, and they're from one of my previous relationships. And then we have Sky and Serenity, which belong to myself and my husband. And so for me, I really don't like having a blended family is not really an issue for me. All of our babies are all of our babies, period. You know? So he takes care of my kids, and I try to be there for Sydney as much as I mean, he does a lot for my kids. Like I'm not even gonna, I'm not even gonna like go into detail because he does a lot. So I think the important thing is like you can go through whatever you go through, right? But when it comes to kids, make them all feel like they are the same.
Right.
That's the important thing, right? So yeah,
I love that. I think there's a lot of families nowadays, especially where blended families um, are happening, and it's good to know that blended families are still one family. And I think you show that specifically in your vlogs. It's not like people don't know that. They when they
right.
look at it, they watch it, they say, "Oh, look at this whole family." They don't look at it as a quote blended family. It's one
Yeah.
family.
Well, see, here's the thing. When people like look at the blended families, like all I hear a lot of the time is just like, "Oh, this family is broken." No, my family's not broken. I'm sorry. We work together. So
And that's a beautiful thing. A very beautiful thing. Let's see. VYC Stephanie said it was good. Y'all both looking fly and yeah, right. Hey, I just threw on a shirt and threw on some glasses, y'all, because I'm blind. The C Circle said, what did initially think doing YouTube would be like? Oh yeah, that's a good question. What did you think it would be like?
I had no clue that there was like so many different communities. I was, when I go to YouTube, it's like another Google search engine for me, before I really started doing videos and stuff. So, I mean, if I didn't know how to do something, I just jump on there real quick. But I had no idea that there were so many networking communities as well as like different, what do they call it, niches. You got the mukbang community, you have the gaming community. There's so many different communities. Um, but I actually wanted to start a YouTube years ago. My thing was I was so worried about like what people were thinking.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people like they hesitate on doing this. And then one day I think I just sat down and I was like, you know what? I want my kids to like come back and watch this. I want my kids to come back and look at this and be like, man, we did a lot of great stuff in my childhood, so I'm not gonna lie, I was really scared.
Yeah.
I was really scared about the judgment that was going to be passed on me by people I know. It was more of people I know,
That isn't
not
that
people I don't.
ironic? Isn't that ironic that it's the people that
Yeah,
you know that are going to pass judgment, not the strangers normally that watch you?
right. That was my biggest thing. But then, like, I remember when I did the first video with royalty, and I was just like, me and her just started vibing. We started cracking jokes with each other. I told a joke where, like, um, in high school, I tried to hop this really big fence, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
ended up hanging from the top of the fence because I had granny panties on, right? My granny panties got caught on the top of the fence, and I was one of the oldest friends in front of my whole PE class.
Oh
You
my
know,
God.
Yo, when me and Rosie, we be sitting here, we be chopping up. She'd be like, "Damn, mom, what is wrong with you? Why would you do that?"
And those are special moments and special relationships that's caught, right?
But
Caught on camera.
yeah, the fact is, like, royalty was so comfortable in front of the camera.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like second nature to her, and I was just like, if if I open this door for her, who knows what this can do for her later on,
Yeah.
especially if she's this young.
And getting her started and being comfortable.
Yeah,
Because as we
yeah,
get older into that, especially adolescent years, you're just like, you begin to kind of get smaller. There's that feeling of, I'm going to seclude
yeah,
myself. But for you to open that up a little bit and say, okay, there's more room for you. You don't have to be
yeah,
stuck in your own self. That was wonderful. And then it's all recorded. It's all documented. That's the beautiful
yeah.
part. Let's make sure we are way down or getting we're way down again, guys. We're just chatting away. Mary Two, hello everyone. What's up, Kokonut-Queenz? Hey Tooth, what's going on? We have Twana Vet is here. Hey sis, how are you doing? What is happening? Let's see. Hi guys, I am back. The Wi-Fi dropped. No problem. I was having that issue earlier today as well. What a dope story. That's true, Tooth. We were a blended family as well, and you can't tell me I didn't birth all six. They are all my babies. There you
Yeah.
go. It's so special that when you don't look at it that way. VYC Stephanie has a question. What's your favorite part about having a YouTube channel?
I think my favorite part about having a YouTube channel is it's like a hobby for me and my kids. It doesn't feel like a job to me. Okay. Um, we just enjoy making the videos, editing the videos. Right now, you see my channel all over the place, all over. Because right now I'm experimenting with my equipment, and my equipment is not expensive at all. But I'm learning as much as I can about what I can do with my editor, what I can't do with my editor. So I think for me, that's like the funnest part. The funnest part.
And that's part about being a creator, especially on YouTube, is you don't even realize how much talent you have until you actually start to do it. and then how much
Yeah.
improvement you have as you move forward. You're like, you know what, I can add this to this, or I can explore this editor and say, oh, I wanted to do this, and just all that, the skill set
Hmm.
that you learn as you're moving um, into this YouTube journey. You learn a lot, and not only that, you learn from so many other people.
Hmm. You absolutely do. You absolutely do. I mean, a lot of the stuff I learned, um, like from the gaming community, I didn't start gaming until like later. And who is it? I think it was the Final Girl. There's a gamer called the Final Girl. And I just asked her, like, yo, how you do that? That's tight.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Like, bro, you don't even need all this expensive equipment. You just need to log on to Twitch and blah, blah, blah. And, she showed me stuff. So a lot of people have really helped me along my journey and learning how to edit videos and stuff. I definitely didn't do it by myself.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
but her editing skills, I urge you guys to take a look at the way that she edits, man. It's just so creative. John Ton Eat says, I love the background too, Coconut Queen. That's what we need is one love. Isn't that the truth?
Oh, I thought she was gonna say we need the ganja, but okay.
That too for some folks. I mean, I'm not gonna be mad at people that do, you know. Some of us do.
I'm not judging.
Me neither. The people you know is the worst kind, shaking my head. That's very true. There are some folks, especially around our circle, that that are not interested, or they don't give, you know, they don't care, and that's fine. You know, as long as you have a core of people that support you, as long as they're not trying to hate on you, you just got to do what you got to do.
Right.
Let's see. We got any more questions that are coming up? We were the same way about YouTube until we made up our mind that it's us and we're going to do it no matter what people say. That is so true, John Tani's. You just have to go in and show what you are comfortable showing. I think that's the one thing is you're not going to be able to come on. Well, I'm gonna speak for me. I was not able to come on and be myself fully until this channel. On my previous channel, I was a little bit more reserved. I was still myself, but it was just a reserved part of me. Now, yet I'll let the floodgates open, and
Right.
I'm the unhinged part of who I am. So that's the fun part, is that you get to explore all sides of who you are when you have a YouTube channel. Um, People are saying hello to one another. King Skeletor, what is going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. The C Circle says, where do you see your channel going in the next 5 years?
Oh man. I mean, honestly, I've been getting a lot of props, like to the same, like on my editing and stuff. Um, but as far as seeing as where it can go, honestly, I don't know. I just gotta keep on. Hey, I don't know much about YouTube. I'm still brand new. I posted my first video around like June 26th, 27th, and so I'm still learning. You know, obviously people push to get monetized. Right now, I feel like I'm just in the learning process. I'm learning as much as I can, and I'm learning as I go. So I don't know. Who knows? Who knows?
So as long as right now you put your heart and soul, your passion is still there, and you're not
Yeah,
pressured to do anything except to grow,
yeah.
and meet people and learn at the same time. I think that's the way to go. Oftentimes, what happens in smaller YouTube or growing YouTube channels, the C Circle, props to you. What one thing that some of us do is we worry so much about what's going on in the analytics that we forget so much about um, actually doing videos.
You
Actually,
lose sight of like your vision. Focus
right.
on your vision. Focus on your passion. Because the minute you lose sight of that, and like we was talking last night about it, the minute you lose sight of that, people's gonna see that. You know,
Yeah, people are. It does represent itself on film.
definitely.
You know, you're so worried. We're worried about analytics. We're worried about the numbers. We're worried about who's not doing what for you. It's when you start to get into those kind of situations, you start to veer off from what you're supposed to be doing. Is
Right.
creating. That's the role that we have here, and you just kind of have to move forward. You got to keep forward.
Mm-hmm.
A Patch of Heaven is here. Hello, everyone. Hi, hi, hi. Thank you, thank you. I love it, Tooth. Both sides, all sides. Another side of me, I'm a hexagon. Vicky's World says, the C Circle, you ain't never lied. I received more support and motivation about this journey from the people I've met via YouTube than friends and family. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It just shows you that some of our friends and family just don't have an interest in YouTube. They
Yeah.
have interest in other things, and so as long as they're not cutting you, bashing you, they're the ones that are unlike, they're thumbs downing your videos.
Yeah.
There's nothing else you could do except to
I
to
just
to
want
do.
to say, like, as far as family goes, for me, like, I've had a very, very supportive family from my husband's family and my own family. Um, it was more so people like I was worried about was like the people that like I associated with in my past.
Yeah.
So I love you, family. I'm not you. I won't try to think nothing about me. I love y'all.
And if you do, she'll roast you. Uh, she will get you. She will roast you. The C Circle says that makes sense. It's a trip, Vicky. So she's agreeing that sometimes, unfortunately, that's what happens. We don't get the
Yeah.
same support from people. What type of audience do you expect to have? That's a good question.
Well, here's the thing. Right. So honestly, I really want to attract people from every side because because of the fact that I do so many different things. Um, and like I said, I'm still learning and I'm still growing, trying to figure out what the girls like, what I like, and how I can incorporate that into our growth. Period. So, but as far as what I'm seeing, the people that's coming from my channel are a little bit from everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, who doesn't like to watch kids that be cracking jokes on each other, or
In a
be
safe,
cracking jokes
in a safe,
on mom?
on a
You know,
safe space.
right, right, in a safe space. Let's just put that out there. Like, who don't want to see that,
Yeah, I do. That's
right?
funny as heck when you have kids trying to go at each other.
Yes.
But it and the other thing is they're not going to get bullied because guess what? Mom's going to teach them all the roast skills they need to have.
Oh my gosh.
I can only imagine what
Baby,
they're learning from mom nowadays.
yo, yeah, yeah. I let my daughters roast me. I let my daughters roast me. To be fair, no, because my daughters they be going at it all day, every day. It's typical, just siblings, sibling wars in this house every day. So I was like, you know what, y'all need to start getting on each other. Go ahead and just boom, you know.
Roast on
But
mom.
they actually made a Yo Mama video, and I was sitting there, I was like, damn, tell me how you really feel. What? Let me know.
Yeah, tell me how you really feel about me.
But it was all fun. Like they had fun. They didn't really like it in a way because they're like, "Mom, I don't like talking about you." I was like, "But you had fun, okay?
That's it.
You
That's
had
it.
fun, you know."
And it's
Just
not like you're gonna go over there and do something.
right.
Because guess what? You about to roast right back if you get to that point. You will roast right back. The C Circle says, yeah, my mom helps support by helping with stuff we need, but she said we're too stupid for her. So she just let her phone play her vids, but she don't watch.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm telling you, my mom, there was one situation where I offended my mom, guys. And I offended her and she cried and said, take that video down. So there was one video down, guys, that I had to take down because I offended her and made her cry. So there's a line sometimes, my mom is 71. So she's at that age where it's like she may not understand my humor. And I did say something wrong on that video that I shouldn't have said. And so I did take it down. And sometimes we have to understand where we kind of draw the line
Right.
in what we do, because oftentimes, at least for me, it was like, okay, I'm doing it for myself, I'm doing it for myself. But then who else am I affecting on my family if I go overboard? And
Yeah,
so I have to kind of keep in mind and be mindful about how I'm presenting my family
yeah.
in a certain light. So the other video that I had to check with my mom on was related to my story about my tooth. You guys, I had to check. I said, "Hey, mom, we're saying that you knocked my tooth out." And she told me, well, the reason why your tooth got knocked out, number one, it was an accident, but you spat in my face. So she understood that there was a repercussion of something I did. So she wasn't upset about me putting that video up. She was like, "Go ahead and tell your story, whatever." But there's little things like that where if I'm bringing up my family, I always want to check in to say, "Hey, this is what I'm bringing up. Is it something comfortable with me bringing you into the story?" Because ultimately, yes, it is my story, but who am I affecting if I'm mentioning someone's name? So I have to be mindful about that, those kind of things. Um, yeah, there is that line.
Oh yes.
There is that line. DYC Stephanie is laughing. Are you laughing about my tooth story? Um, hello, everyone. How to use Common Sense TV channel. That's funny. Red Curls is here. Hello, happy Sunday, Red Curls. Welcome, welcome. Ooh wee. I'm a DM you later too, because now I want to know. You want to know all the TC circle. Vicky's World says, how do you handle the negativity that comes to your channel? Curious to the different responses that I see from other channels.
Ooh, I mean, I think I can only recall like one comment, and I don't think it was really negativity. I think it was more so criticism. Somebody straight up told me like, uh, "You need to stream longer," because I think the stream was like 30 minutes or so. As much as like my feelings was like, "Oh my gosh," because this was my first time that I dealt with somebody criticizing me, right?
Right.
Uh, at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? This person is right. I can't knock them. So I just gave the person a simple, okay, well, thank you.
Yeah, and that's all you
Because
could really do.
one, I gotta be mindful that I can't be getting all crazy on people because my face is on my channel and so are my babies.
Right.
So I gotta be mindful of like I gotta act right. Maybe one day I'll go and make my own channel and then I can be my full ratchet self. But
And I can't wait for the full ratchet self, because if you just half ratchet now, can you imagine what full ratchet is gonna be like, you guys?
yeah, I really don't know. I be having to be like, okay, I have to collect myself a lot and be like, okay, I can't do that.
You got to collect some patience.
Yes, I gotta collect all of it. I gotta collect it all.
That is funny. The C Circle says, have you had any channel haters at all?
Um, no, no, I have not yet, not yet, not yet.
And how would you deal with
I
that if
don't.
you had a channel hater?
I would find your IG.
Watch out, y'all. She will find the IG any other network, any other way to social media.
I will find you somewhere else and we can talk. But honestly, the way that I probably handle it is just kind of dust it off because I don't want people coming for the kids.
Right,
Really.
right. Ultimately, you got to protect the family.
Yes, ultimately I gotta think about the kids.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody come with some negative stuff, I mean, say what you guys say. I'm gonna leave you alone. And then when I make my next channel, whenever that comes, believe you me, I'm going to remember.
You'll have your little hater checklist. This person, right? ABC channel did like this. I remember you, boo.
They know the date, time,
All
and what
documented.
I'm gonna say. Yes.
Mary Lou Reed is in the house. Hello, sis. How are you, kapatid? Welcome to the live stream. I appreciate you being here. I'm nosy. You're nosy. I'm doing good, Mary Lou. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome for coming. Thank you for coming by. Make sure you guys are networking with each other in the stream. Um, let's see. John Tanis, your mama video. Wow, it's all about having fun. That's so true.
Yeah.
Miss Priscilla Honey, how are you, Priscilla Honey? Welcome. Thank you for coming to the show. Rita's Juicy Life. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Rita's Juicy Life. Welcome aboard. Um, Miss For Food's Sake ASMR says, hi guys, sorry I'm late. Love to you all. Hello, welcome. We got some late comers here. It's okay, it's all good, man. We've been going and we've been having a good steady conversation. My three and me. I'm here late, but I'm here. Hey, the Missing Tooth Mukbanger and Kokonut-Queenz. Hello. And who else did I miss here? Making sure I'm not missing any more people. Everyone is saying hello to one another. Great. So good. Any other questions before I move on to my other question that I have for Kokonut-Queenz? There was something about we had a conversation, or she brought it up in a live stream the other day, guys, about doing something related to like a West Coast East Coast battle. And I wanted to kind of bring this up to the chat because I it kind of dawned on me like it would be great to do like some kind of East Coast West Coast battle. I don't know if we can do a like a north side and south side, like we include your southern states and your northern states into this whole kind of thing. But we're Coconut was mentioning, and we were talking last night about how neat it would be to put some teams together from different parts of the country to do like a mukbang challenge, or this is the funny one, guys. Like one representative from each like section, if there's 4 sections, would do a live for like 1 hour or whatever, and they roast each other. I mean, we'll have a roast session for 1 hour, then we'll have like 10 ramen noodles in 10 minutes challenge, or those kind of things. That would be so much fun to do. I think it just takes a lot of time to coordinate how that's going to work. But it'd be fun. I mean, it would be so much fun, I think, to kind of build some collaborations between people across the United States. That's one. But even building a regional collaboration where you have 4 or 5 people from a particular region collaborate
Right.
as a team. And
Yeah.
so you have your Western folks, you have your Eastern folks, Southern and Northern folks, and you have your 4 regions that are teaming together to battle, these other regions, but we battle them based on, our interests and what we do. So of course there's going to be mukbanging, there's going to be roasting, there's going to be, I don't know, dancing, whatever it is, whatever it is vloggers do, and what we all do, what we all specialize in. We kind of have to figure out who would be the regional leader. So as I'm thinking about it last night, trying to go to bed, in my head thinking, okay, how is this going to work? You need at least a regional leader out of those 4 that's going to bring 4 or 5 vloggers together out of those regions. So you have a total of about, I don't know, 20 vloggers, 5 from each of those regions that are all different, that, they will have different specialties within their channel. And you
Hmm.
kind of bring them. Will there be trophies for the battles? You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't that be that we'll have trophies for the battles? I mean, it's going to take a little bit of investment, guys. Throw $20 here and there from each
Or we
person from
can
each region.
get, like, if you're close to other YouTubers, if you feel safe enough, okay, we got to be safe about it. You can even get together and like fundraise
Yeah, that's true.
some way. You
You could
know,
do. That's
just
true.
something that you can do to kind of fund the activities that you got going on. But
Yeah,
I mean, like for instance, Tooth is like nothing but a hop, skip, jumping away.
I know. We're
You know,
literally an hour away from each other, guys.
yeah, and
There's one little highway that I got to get to her house, and it's like across like the delta, and I'm there. Like I could totally see her.
I can get some dishwashing soap. We can find a gas station, do a car wash, do a bake sale, do a cookie sale.
I'm telling you, there's so many other ways that we can do it. But I kind of want to throw that out there, guys, and start to think about it. There's any ideas, we'll kind of keep on working and melding on it. I wanted to see what ideas people had about it because it is such a good idea, but we have to make it easy. I think that's number one, and make it
Yeah,
simple, fair. But most of all, guys, we want to make it fun. Like we want to make it fun, and where we know it's just all for fun, no one's going to get hurt feelings on this. It's about collaborating with across the nation, creating these small little, quote rivalries, but really not rivalries, friendly rivalries. And the biggest thing is bringing our communities together. I mean, if you think about each one of us having 500 to 1,000 subscribers, growing channels, not large channels, but growing channels, and you bring all of those together, then you have about 20,000 community members that can come together and support each other. So, looking at it from that, if you look at it from that perspective, it is really a good idea. So, we'll kind of hash it out. We'll maybe have a little meeting about it. I don't know, and get some people who would like to be part of it. Get some brain trust going and brainstorm about how it's all going to work. I think it's a really, really good idea, but I just wanted to kind of throw it out there to see what people would say. Here's a comment that we have from John Tanitz. Is it wrong to not care about what negative comments you get? I just see so many others that let it bother them?
I really just think it just depends on you as a person, right? I mean, it doesn't. It don't matter what you do. Somebody gonna say something. Somebody gonna have something to say. And if you let that keep eating you up inside, just don't let it. Don't let yourself get to that point because this is YouTube. This is not reality.
It's YouTube, not their tube. Number one, but number two is you have control over how you react to things, right? So we always get told, as we get older, it is in our reaction where we find our salvation. I've said that before, and it's like the way that you react to things that happen to your life is the way that the salvation is going to happen to you from that perspective. So if you react to things that are negative, and you're going to react negatively, what's the outcome? Negativity. When you react to something that's negative towards you and you ignore it and you walk away, what happens? You have control. You walked away. You've not empowered that person to put that negativity on you, right? So we
Right.
have to learn. I think in YouTube, in the YouTube, in your YouTube channel, is you have to learn how to discern how you deal with those kind of things, and I think you have to be thick skinned, as people would say, in dealing with those kind of things. And not everyone is there. I recognize that everyone is not there. But those that are not there, we encourage that you walk away. You walk away because again, we'll go back 30 minutes. And what Kokonut-Queenz said that was very important is you don't steer away from your vision and your passion. And those kind of things steer you away. You keep on
Mhm.
driving, you keep on moving.
Right.
If you are on a highway and you're driving 55 miles an hour and someone throws a shoe at you while you're driving, are you stopping? No, you're gonna keep on driving. Someone just threw a shoe. You think you're gonna stop and get thrown more shoes on you again? No, you keep on going. You keep on moving. So I
Yeah.
tell people all the time, YouTube, having a YouTube is like driving on something. You got to keep on moving. Your goal is still far away, or it could be
Yeah.
close, but you got to keep on moving.
Now, with all of that, with that said, like if you're okay, say for instance you're getting more dislikes than likes, um, I would really pay attention to what is going on, the content that you're putting out. If you like, you really got to be
Yeah, when you
honest.
start to see an upside
Yeah.
when you start to see an upside down of dislikes and likes, I mean, it's normal to get one, two, three, four, five, right? As we grow, there's going to be 10. But the percentage of it, if you're still at 90% and above on your likes, you're doing a great job. In fact, if you're doing 75% and above, you're still okay.
Mhm.
When you see that going upside down and you're starting to see that your dislikes are more than your thumbs up, then we have to step back and say, you're not blaming other people for doing that. They're responding to the way your content is being portrayed.
Yeah.
So, what is your content telling your audience? So, then you have to look and say, okay, now I'm responsible for this. It's not the haters that put the thumbs down. There's something they really hate about my content. So, you
Yeah.
are so right about that.
With
You know,
yourself.
you can't please everyone. You're not always going to be everyone's cup of tea. That's why I say 90% is a good number. 10% of America is not going to like me. Maybe even 20% of America is not going to like me. But when it gets to 51%, there's an issue. What is going on with you, with my
Hmm.
character, my person, my vlogs that people are not liking?
Yes. Yes. Keep it
Um,
100.
yeah,
That's
you got to
it.
work on it. The Southern Belle says, which video of yours is your absolute favorite?
My most favorite one is the chicken nugget challenge with three older ones.
Oh
Because
my gosh, I have to see that
they
one.
get on each other. They was getting on each other. Um, One of the parts was like I was telling them like which one of you would sneak out first, and they all straight up snitched on each other.
Now you watch it on all of them.
I'm like, oh yes, I need to look out for you and you.
Marco Seat says West Coast. VYC says she is in. She's representing Texas, you guys. She is representing Texas. So, do you see the YouTube as a possible career?
My personal opinion is I think anyone who starts YouTube, I think that's their goal, right? But like I said before, don't think that you're gonna get quick money off of this. really have to put a lot of passion and energy
Yeah.
into it if you want to be successful quickly. Unless you have like several videos that go viral, then you the business. Um, yeah, of course. Like later on, I want to do this regularly. I enjoy it. That's the important thing.
Yeah, you
Fun.
enjoy it, and it's part of your pastime that you do, and you do it because you're passionate about it, and you don't mind getting tired to do it.
Right.
I'm at that point, guys, where it's like, okay, I get 5 hours sleep a night, I'm good. The last couple nights, I've been able to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep, so I've been good the last couple nights. But come tomorrow, it'll be a whole different story, again. But I'm passionate about what I do, and it's a lot of fun. So it's true, as long as you don't lose that passion. For food's sake, ASMR says that sounds like so much fun. How do you brainstorm for content? That's actually a good question. How do you brainstorm for content?
How do I brainstorm for content? Honestly, it's just like either I'm looking at other people's videos. I'm just gonna keep it real,
Yeah,
and
don't reinvent
try
the
to see.
wheel.
No, the wheel's already there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Um, but what I try to do is kind of add a little different twist on it, my own twist,
yeah.
so to speak.
It it's
A
important to
lot of
keep
the
to make it your own.
yeah, and a lot of the challenges I've done, so many people have already done.
Right.
You know, so it's either that or just like the last challenges I did was like a spelling bee and uh, a math challenge with my daughters. Like that just came about because the girls are in school and like it just came to my head because the girls are always doing chores or homework and we do a lot of like spelling, we do a lot of reading, we do a lot of math. So I was like, well, damn, Rosie need to work on her multiples. So
Might as well vlog it. You can vlog anything and everything in your life, and you edit it the way you edit, you'll be good.
right. Hmm.
King Skeletor says, I was thinking about something like that last week. East Coast battle. I'll handle all the spicy stuff. Oh my gosh, I can't. Too much spicy for me. I love spicy, guys, but too much would just irritate me. Miss Tasty Mafia, what is
Hey,
going on, my sis? How are you doing? Make it like that show. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm thinking, guys. It would be like live,
that when I thought of it,
huh?
wild and out.
Yeah, it'd be like a
Yeah,
it'd be like a wilding out live. And the other thing that that she mentioned last night, guys, is that you'll have four regions, so you have a representative from each region that's going to battle, whatever the battle is going to be on a StreamYard like this.
yeah.
And then you'll have, I don't know if you'll have a referee. I don't know what you'll have, but it would be a fun thing to have. Team West Coast versus Team East Coast, things like that. So we'll talk more a little bit about it and see what happens. Hey, I am down. Look at my 3 of me. She's gonna represent Arkansas. I rang your bell, left coffee and donuts, said Rita. The C Circle says facts. VYC says she digs it. So true. Preach to. Oh no, was I preaching? Oh, I must have been talking about that whole, leave them behind, take responsibility for your action kind of thing. Yes, we have to learn how to know it's not real. They are miserable and need to bring down other people to put some excitement in their life. Shaking my head. And some of them are, guys, and some of them are just pure. I'm just going to be negative towards you because I want to. That's just their nature, unfortunately. Have you ever deleted a video because you weren't satisfied with the finished product? That is actually a good question. Um,
Absolutely. Yes, yes. So maybe I don't know if it's me being too critical on myself. That's probably what it is. But if I don't feel like 110% comfortable with it, I'm just gonna bring it down. You know,
yeah, you
if
have
I
to
get
feel
judged,
comfortable.
yeah, I gotta feel comfortable with it. Um, yeah.
I've
Uh,
deleted I've deleted probably two that I thought I was gonna post, but one of them was I was at Korean barbecue and the music in the background was so damn loud that you couldn't even hear what the hell I was saying. And I was like, what did I even record? The music was playing so loud. I didn't even think about the music being so loud. I just set it up and recorded, and the food was so fucking good, y'all. Like it was the shit Korean. It was the bomb ass Korean barbecue. But I was thinking to myself, is the food quality the way that it looks better than getting copyrights out of all these Korean songs. No, I'm good. I'll just take it down. And it was loud. So I had to delete it. And the other one, the quality of it just wasn't right. I think that day I was not feeling well, and you could tell in the video, you guys, I was not. I was really half of what I normally am, and I'm like, no, this is not me. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
We've got to watch this chicken nugget video. Is what Tawana said.
And my daughter, daughter royalty is gonna have you rolling.
Donna's dinner time says, I love her background. One love.
Uh,
That one love. What's up, AB and Woo? What's going on, fam? Tooth and fam, what is up? Y'all, you know AB and Woo be on the roast session too, y'all. I'm telling you. They AB and Woo represent the South when it comes to the roasts. They AB and Woo can roast, y'all. They on roast 100. For real. Please, yeah, please make sure thumbs up the live and check out the missing tooth. Thank you. Oh, my three and me, you're amazing. Thank you very much. You are Nightbot Part 2 for doing that. Everyone is saying hello to one another. Is there any questions that we have? Honey is here, Ms. Diaz. Honey, Tooth and Coconut Queen. Honey, what is going on? We have a question for Marcos Eats. Have you ever not uploaded a video because your family didn't like it, but you did? That's a good question.
Good question. Have I actually no, because I literally control all of it, and then it's just me and the kids. So the kids usually don't have a say, but every video that I've uploaded, I mean, they'll tell me, "Oh, Mom, I didn't like the way we did that, but I like the video." Though.
Yeah, yeah. And then that shows them. Then it shows them what there's things that they can improve on when they do the video. Whether little things that you teach them too. That'll be good. Let's see. Hey y'all, what's up, Christina and D? Christina and D, how are you doing? Thank you so much for coming on in. Question from For Food's Sake says, how did you decide what exact time to post to maximize views?
That's for YouTube. I be doing what I want to do.
I think for me, I had to test it. So in the beginning, when I first started, I was putting out my videos at 5:00 in the afternoon. Then for a couple of weeks, I started to throw them out at 12. But my most views come after 9:00 for me. So the window when people start to watch my stuff is around 9. I release at 9:15 Monday through Friday, sometimes on a weekend. But I've noticed that my view count and response time is quicker when I release it at 9:15 for me. Now that's going to change for different people depending on where you are, because 9:15 here is 12:00 in the East Coast, and that's 12:00 midnight in the Philippines. So I have some people in the Philippines that watch me as well. So a lot of my Filipino supporters, my Philippine supporters, are not going to be able to watch me until the morning. So I'll get an influx first thing in the first 2 hours, and then I'll get another influx probably 12 hours after that of views that have come, that people that support me from the Philippines. So it really depends on what your channel, how your channel is. So you have to kind of study your analytics to see when people view you the most and when people respond to you the most.
I've been noticing people telling people when's a good time to post or whatever, but everybody's audience is different.
Yeah, people's audience is going to be different.
I have people that are in Australia, the Polynesian community in Australia. I have a Polynesian community in New Zealand. I have people in Samoa watching.
Yeah.
I also have people in England watching in America. So you have to study your own analytics and make your off of that, I would think.
Yeah, that's the thing. You just kind of have to study where your analytics kind of lie. So for right now, in the audience that I have right now, because guys, as we grow, as we get going into our YouTube, our audience not only expands, but it becomes a little different. So you have to kind of study how that kind of goes. So right now, the last 3 weeks for me, it's been 9:15 almost every single day. And that's been working as far as for my channel. every channel is going to be different, guys. So you guys have to kind of test it on a week to 2 week basis to see where your hits come in. So right now it's good right now at 9:15. Now, if I start to see a little slide, then I'll shift it. I'll move it back to a different time. I'll move it to like 11, or I'll move it to like 11:30, something a little bit in between to see if that works out as well. We're good too of getting a late jump in here, but we made it. No problem. Thanks so much for coming on board. We appreciate you being here. Miss Jackie Huff is here. Hello, Miss Jackie. Welcome, welcome. Atara's Diary. Hello, everyone. Hello. Thank God I'm moving through this chat. Make sure you guys, if you guys have any questions for our guest Kokonut-Queenz Vlogs, make sure you guys are putting those questions in. Here's a question. As a mukbanger, do you ever just get tired of food? That's a good question.
Well, I
Not
don't
yet.
mukbang all the time. That's for you, but
Yeah.
for me,
You don't
no.
mukbang all the time. I mean, when you mukbang, you have mukbangs that you do that are already kind of out there. But I think for someone like me, not yet. I mean, not yet. Ironically enough, since I started the mukbang channel, guys, I've lost weight. I have not gained weight. And my family tripping out like, you're going to gain weight. You're going to be heck of fat. In 6 months, you're going to have a workout channel, not a mukbang channel. I mean, that's not shade. That's what I thought was going to happen. Like, I'm be eating so much, y'all. I'm going to gain this much weight. But in honesty, guys, in the last 2 months, I've lost 15 pounds. I've lost 15
Wow.
pounds. It's crazy. I don't know how I lost it. I think it's just lack of sleep and all that combined. But I've lost up to 15 pounds, guys. It's crazy. My pants are bigger. My shirts are not as tight as they used to be, and it's I don't know what happened. But I think the other thing is, as I'm getting older, my appetite is not as big. So there may be a lot of food on my plate when I do a mukbang. But do you guys ever see me finish the whole thing? Really, guys, when I'm telling you guys, all right, guys, I'm gonna finish this food. Do I ever finish it? I don't even finish it. I'm done at that point. I'm like, I'm done. And there could be like another egg roll left, another piece of sushi that's left. I'm done. So I don't know what the heck was going on with my appetite because, guys, I've always been a big boy. And so for that to happen, I don't know what's going on. So as long as I know I am not sick or feel any kind of sickness, I think I'm okay. Um, let's see. We have some people. Do you get support from your family and friends locally? Yeah, I do. Most of my family do. There are some that do and they don't. It's okay. What can you do? Um, some do and some don't.
I
And for you
think
too?
my sister-in-law bought me the mic, one of my mics. My sister bought me another little microphone and a camera. Um, so, and then there are family members that are like, "Girl, what the hell is you doing?" Like you said. I mean, it is what it is. I
Yeah,
know
and
it.
you're gonna have people that support you and people that just don't care. And that's just it what it is. I mean, you can't.
My brother, my brother would be like, my brother would call me and be like, "Sis, you need to do this. You need to do this."
And you'll do it.
Oh, and then one of my sisters bought me this hat for my birthday.
Oh, that is so awesome. That's the one that's in your picture.
Yes.
I,
So yeah, I think my family's pretty awesome.
that is awesome. Elwin says, "Hi, Sir Jokoy. Nice to see you." Oh, so I'm Jokoy now, guys. So Jokoy is a Filipino American comedian, guys. I'm not.
He's
I'm
so funny.
certainly not. I'm certainly not as funny as that guy, man. He is hilarious. That's a good
He
question,
helped.
Southern. He is funny. What's the topic? If you don't mind, I was late. Queen Cash. We don't have a topic. It's all about what you guys want to make the topic about. So you have a chance to ask what you guys want to say. No way. I don't get tired of food whatsoever.
Yes.
Even Tasty says, "Me too. I don't finish all of mine." But if y'all saw what she ate just a few hours ago, she had 2 tamales, y'all. She tore it up. She was eating in her car with her hand like this. She was slopping all that tamale up and asked me if she finished it. She finished both, y'all.
I love me a good tamale.
Ooh, I had tamales last night, y'all. It was so good. Let's see. Let's see if there's any questions. I hardly ever finish my food, especially on camera, shaking my head. And when the camera goes off, the food gets put up or given to my kids. That's true. I don't finish all of it, guys. And when you see me ending my vlog, it's because I'm done eating, not because I'm done with
Yeah.
the vlog. It's because I'm done eating. It's so crazy. I lost 15 pounds. I gained 15 plus pounds since I started my channel. So you are even. You are even starting your channel. You lost 15 pounds. I lost 15 pounds and you gained the 15 pounds. But you know what? It's so funny, guys, because Marcos eats cracked me up. Did you guys see when he was on his bike and he did his mukbang? He went on an exercise bike, you guys, and he did I forgot, I think it was Burger King's breakfast something or other, a breakfast sandwich. And he was on an exercise bike while he was eating his damn breakfast sandwich. I was dead, y'all. Last week he put it up. I was dead. I was like, because in the last chat, I think it was last Sunday, we mentioned talking about exercising and or getting on a treadmill and eating, right? So he went on a bike and ate for one of his mukbangs. So you guys got to check that out. Information information man show, what is going on? Welcome. Let's see here. Thumbs up. Oh, thank you for that thumbs up. Let's see here. Let's see, is there any more questions for Tooth and Queens? What is a challenge that you would never ever do? Oh Lord, we're talking about challenges now, y'all. um I don't know, y'all. If
I say something, somebody's gonna be like, "I challenge you."
I know, right? Can we plead the fifth up on that question, Tawana? We plead the fifth on that one.
Just say
No, you know,
anything.
it really depends. I think it really depends. Like um, for me, I will do it as a good sport, right? But would I enjoy it, especially if it's something that I mean that I've expressly said that I wouldn't do? Probably not. But would I do it as a good sport? Absolutely yes. Would I make a fool out of myself on live for doing it? Yeah, I would. I mean, I make a fool out of myself anyway. So why not do it on a challenge? But at the same time, am I willing to risk throwing up live? I don't know. I don't know. I have to think about that question. Because what
I
if it's a
mean,
challenge that it's related to food, but it's something that I don't like to eat? You know what I mean?
balloon.
Don't you even go there, sis. See how you do me? You see how you do me? Gonna throw me under the bus. See, this is what we're gonna do here. This is what we're gonna do here now. See, just because you said that,
No, no, no.
just because you said no, I'm not. I'm just joking.
Oh,
I would never do that to you. All right, Rick Rock Foodie. I can't answer that question because um oh my gosh. I don't know if I would never ever do a challenge. Yeah, I don't think I'd never ever do a challenge, but it's really gonna depend. It's really gonna
I
depend.
would be a good sport. Um, but if you think I'm gonna like throw up like this, no, 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 no. I'm gonna put that down here, and I'm gonna
Right.
hold and I'm gonna throw up. But
Right. Well, I
nah.
wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't throw it in front of the camera. Oh my gosh. Rick Rock Foodie, what's going on, brother? Thanks so much for coming back. Now I got to call my tamale lady for a delivery. I'm telling you, man, those tamales look so good from Sis Tasty Mafia. I appreciate that. Vicky's World want to throw the B word out, and that is not for this channel. That is for Una Poca Loca and for Angela Ortiz.
Well,
We will see what happens. Then of course Tawana laughing at us because of that. And of course Rick Rock is gonna say Balot is life. My Pinoy brother is gonna say Balot is life.
that's a
Um,
hella Filipino.
that is hella Filipino. That is, and Rick Rock is hella Filipino. Look, I'm hella Filipino too, guys, but I ain't that Filipino. My bad too. Forgot to drop a like. Just did. I appreciate that, King. Thank you so much. My babies, I'm not getting notified. Oh no, Jasmine Eats a Lot just got in. It's all right, Miss Jazzy. You made it. So that's the important thing is you made it to the live to come support your sister Coconut and your brother Angelo. Thank you so much for coming on by. I appreciate that. A lot of love up in here, Rick. You know how it is. I appreciate you for being here, my brother. Vicky's World says poor Una and Angela. And they still have to make a decision, guys. I'm not. That is going to be up to them. So we will see. They're still in conversation about it. You may have to turn the bell off and back on again, hun, to Jasmine Eats a Lot. Yes, I think that's what happens sometimes. Question: do you guys find people are more interested in foods you buy or foods you make?
Hmm. I
That's
would think, coming from a minority standpoint of view, I have found that people are actually interested in the more ethnic foods that I
mhm.
make. Thing on Instagram, people are really interested with it. As for like the foods that I buy, I've never really showcased what I buy. I don't know.
So for you, it's the food that you make. Because for me, I haven't made food yet on my channel. Like maybe two or three things that we put up that we've made, but nothing. I think it's always tied into something. So my first vlog was spaghetti that I made, and it was my first vlog. Then the second one was that we did was I don't know if it was alive and I ate chicken enchiladas or something. And the third one
Mhm.
we did was I forgot what it was, but I mean it was always tied to something else. It wasn't like the vlog is going to be about me making this particular dish. So a lot of it has for mine, it was all about what I bought. Um,
Right.
but this week, ironically enough, I am going to put something where I make pad thai, which we're doing tonight, and then another Thai dish called pad krapao that I'm making tonight or tomorrow or Tuesday. That's going up this
Right.
week as well. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I'll see what the reaction is for those the food that we do make. That's a really good question. No missing tooth. You have to answer. Oh, no. The pressure from John Ton Eats. Don't pressure us. I'm hella
Ooh.
no. I'm hella no balut. Yeah, I've never had tamales. Can you describe? No, you haven't had tamales. So
What?
Queen Cash tamales is usually made in Mexico, and there's some other countries that make tamales as well. But what it is essentially is a corn masa or corn. It's made out of like a corn flour type of dough, and then they put it in corn husks, and then they put like you can make it out of chicken, you can make it out of pork, you can make it out of cheese, and it's normally spicy. They have sweet ones as well, and it's wrapped in a corn husk that's yellow. They steam
Yeah.
cook it, and it's
Oh my.
just
It's fine.
it is
It,
so
girl,
good.
I go to a Latino kind of store, taqueria, what do they call it? I don't know what they call it. You need to go one of them and ask them about it tomorrow. Them things is fire.
They're fire, and I'm telling you, the ones that they sell off the street are even
Oh
better.
yeah.
Yeah, the ones
Yeah.
that they come through the cart with it, and they're steaming hot out of their cart. They're like a dollar
Uh-huh.
50 or something like that. No more than $2,
Well,
y'all, and you get
that's
two.
one
And
high.
you're, I mean, I'm
Yeah,
telling
love
you,
that.
tamales are life. I eat
Definitely.
balut, but not the bird. Foodie's favorite said. Okay, so if you eat balut but not the bird, what do you do? Do you just sip the juice?
Good.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
We're gonna do ASMR.
Ew.
Can you imagine? Just forget it. Christina D
I
says
thought
lately it's
I
been the
thought
homemade stuff that takes the win for us. See, so it really depends on your channel and your audience on what they are, what they're interested in seeing. For food's sake, ASMR, your presentations and eating is fire. Some of y'all presentations, especially my ASMR fam, you guys' presentation is just amazing. So I don't know if I could ever get into the ASMR game, but I will try one day to do one. In fact, I was talking to my husband about it the other day, and I was like, "Should I do one?" He was like, "I said, but I want to do one funny." He goes, "Are you sure you're not gonna be making like thinking like you're making fun of people?" Well, I mean, if I put parody or something, then it should be fine. And he goes, "I don't
it.
know. You don't want to offend nobody." And I'm like, "That's true. I don't want to offend nobody." So I'm gonna ask my ASMR friends, when they come onto the show, about ideas. I wanted to do a parody about it because I have a perfect parody in my head that I really want to put out. But at the same time, I don't want to offend any of my ASMR family. But I'm going to bring it to them to see what they say. For food's sake says, I want to make more ethnic foods, but I feel like no one will search for them unless you say how to make something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, YouTube is a search engine, guys. So use it as its power to say how to make a certain dish. And guess what? What's going to happen, especially if you put like your ingredients in there or directions on how to make it can become viral. We have one friend from my other previous channel who is a cooking channel, but she didn't take off until about 2 months ago, guys. She's been active for a year and a half. And all of a sudden, she was getting tens and thousands of views because of her dishes were starting to come up into the recommendations to a lot of people. And next thing you know, she's hitting 100,000 views, 150,000 views, because she was consistent and she was just throwing things out there that made sense for. Remember, it's a search engine, so people were saying how to make something, and next thing you know, here's your video that comes up. So it doesn't hurt. I don't think it hurts to put your ethnic foods up there, especially if they're ethnic foods that are unique. I make my own food. That's why I'm up at 2 a.m. sometimes. Oh my gosh, that is early in the morning.
I think that's different though. That's unique. You still put your own like twist on it the way that you want it, you know. So if you gotta hustle and stay up at 2 a.m., sis, get some money.
That's right. Your true ride and dies will follow you for food's sake. That's true. You have some true ride or dies that are going to follow you regardless of what it is. Girl, you need tamales in your life. You absolutely do need tamales in your life, guys. And I normally get it during the holidays. But there's times when you don't get it during the holidays and you want it, like you want a tamale. There's only certain places that sell them. Um, this balut talk is killing me and it's killing my stomach too, sis. Don't even worry about it, Tawana. Me too. Child, they are good. So she is talking about her tamales, guys. Hi, Tooth. What are you talking about tonight? My Ate Milo. Hello, Ate Milo. Kumusta na, Ate Milo? Welcome. Ate Milo is from the Pacific Northwest, guys. And Coconuts was saying that she lived up in Pacific Northwest as well. So welcome, welcome. Ange Venture, hello. How are you doing? Kumusta na? How are you doing? Welcome aboard. Thank you so much for coming on by. Twana says DIY tutorials and how-to videos are the way to go, guys, because they're always searchable. And those are the ones that are going to come up. So if you say how to make a certain ethnic dish, you know, sooner rather than later, yours is going to be hooked into another how to make something, and then you'll have all these variations of how to make a certain dish.
Yeah.
And guess what? You'll be in the rotation. And so it's a good way to go. Let's see. Smash that like button, guys. And Atimilo says, hi, wow, awesome. The other person here, Atimilo, that is from the Pacific Northwest is Rick Rock Foodie. He's a Pinoy brother of ours, also a mukbang channel. So, Rick Rock, if you are here as well, make sure to check out Atimilo because Atimilo is a very well known Filipino YouTuber. She has won a couple awards, guys, for vlogging. And I know she hasn't gone live for a little bit. I'm hoping she comes back to the scene to do some lives so that you guys can do some networking in her channel as well. And so she's done networking and going live stream for a very long time, especially last year. But I'm hoping that she can come back and do some work in the networking side of things because she brings a lot of people together. And I was one of those that were really committed to making sure that her live was going well. I breathe too hard. I breathe too hard to do ASMR. You know what? Hashtag the cannons. Me too. I'd be
Me
like,
too.
I'll probably be snorting too. Um, doing. Can you imagine, y'all? I'm like, I mean, oh my gosh.
I
But
die.
so Tawana has a question. Have you ever had something crazy or unexpected happen while you were filming or live? What was it?
Oh, yes, I have. So I was live a couple weeks ago, and my toddler, my youngest, she's 1 years old. I was gaming, and she had happened to wake up like in the middle of the night, and she was really really hot,
And what happened?
and she was really hot. She was like burning up. So I was holding her in my arms, and I was still playing. But then I started noticing that like on my chest, she started jerking. And so basically, what happened was she had a febrile seizure. She was having a febrile seizure.
Oh my gosh.
And so like I started panicking, and like the live was going. I had to shut it down. I took like later on I took the video down, but yeah, that was crazy. The craziest and like the worst night for me. So for a while my babies in the house were like sick. Yeah.
I remember that. That was like 3 weeks ago or something. Like everyone was sick.
Yeah. That's when it happened.
Oh my
So but
gosh.
she's fine. I guess that's normal when like a baby's fever spikes.
Yeah, because it
That's
goes pretty
the
high.
part. Yeah, that was the craziest for me.
Wow. I haven't had anything crazy like that happen to me. I would want, I don't know what it is, guys. Maybe I'm just a little freaky like this, but I would want something paranormal to happen. Not to me, but something around me. Like let's say like I don't know, something kind of like a light flash or something or sound come that I don't hear now, but you hear it
Yeah.
afterwards, like someone saying something.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know. I want that experience, but I don't know if I can handle it. Or like
Oh,
little
I'd be so scared. I would be scared.
but something where I'm not thinking like I'm so busy having a conversation that it's happening and I don't know until I play it back and say, "What is that? What was that sound?" Or did I just hear someone call my name? Or did I just see that kind of thing? Like I want that. I want something like that to happen. I don't think I'd be that scared. I might be scared. I don't think I'd be that scared. Atimilo
I,
says, I missed the stream and we miss you, Atimilo. We hope that you will come back. So make sure you guys are connecting with Atimilo because once she makes that commitment to come back, she will come back and she will come back hard, guys, on her live streams. She does Wednesday and Friday. And I purposely did mine on Thursday and Sundays, guys, because I was hoping she'd come back. And so we can just kind of back and forth go daily to each other's live streams. But Atimilo was Wednesdays and Fridays. So and there's a yolk. Oh yeah, Booty's favorite. There is a look at your face. There's a yolk in the balut, guys. So you don't have to eat the bird. Just eat the yolk. Tawana, Tawana says, "I breathe too hard." That there's a yolk at the bottom. Okay, so if you flip it this way and pop it this way, you can just sip the yolk that way, like this, right? We are
no.
we're talking about balut. BYC Stephanie is laughing. Kesh and Food Sakes. Nice to meet you guys. Oh my goodness. Thank God she's all right, is what
Yeah.
Tawana is saying. You're on your own with the paranormal tooth. Like I said, I want it to happen when I'm not thinking about I want it to happen when I'm busy and we're having a conversation. And if I were to go back to watch it, I'll be like, what did you guys hear that? Or did someone say Coconut's name? You know what I mean? Like, did someone
Oh
say Coconut's real government name?
no.
And I'd be like, y'all, who said your name? Like, or what's that crazy light that's going around you? Um,
Yeah.
Queen Cash says, one time my head wrap fell off and my hair was a mess underneath. That video is private. I can imagine. I can imagine, y'all, if you like something like that happen. But at the same time, guess what? What if that's part of if you are live, especially? What if that happens? I mean, what can you do? Just end the live because your thing
Oh,
fell off. You just kind of go with it, and it'll be um, fun. Like one thing that happened last on Thursday when the Sea Circle was here, and Marcos Eats typed in, Serena, instead of typing Serena, he typed in Cerebra. So for like a good 10, 15 minutes, we was calling her Cerebra. And so, I mean, so those kind of things, what can you do? It's still a lot of fun. Hey, Shell Eats, how you doing? Good to see you in the live. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming on by and joining us today. We have our guest, Miss Kokonut-Queenz, here in the house. We are
Hello.
asking questions about how to any questions you guys have. We will get her to going. And Atimilo says, how nice of you for scheduling your stream in between. Hopefully this week I will stream. So make sure you guys are connecting with her because it's going to be Wednesday that she comes on or Friday of this week that she comes on. And she has a huge following of people that come on board and network there on her channel. So I remember that you fell out. I fell out, y'all. That was so funny. Autocorrect was what it was. Any questions for our guest? I think I have another Cerebra. Yes, it was Cerebra, not Serena.
Cerebra.
I fell the hell out, you guys. It was so hilarious. Um, there's another thing that we talked about yesterday that I thought was really interesting, guys. And I know that Coconut is going to be doing this pretty soon, but she is a guru when it comes to her IG and using social media. So there's something that she put out really briefly, then she put it back. She deleted it or took it off. But when I saw it, I was like, okay, what is this? So it's something called what's
Poobly.
it called?
Social
Publi.
poobly.
Social
Yeah.
Publi. So you want to talk about that for a second?
Basically, social poobly is kind of like it's a website that you can go to where you can link all your social media accounts, and based off of your following, you can get paid to make a short video for them. So I think it's between like the least amount of time has to be at least 8 seconds. Um, so basically, so if you're not monetized on YouTube or you're not making money off of IG or any other platform, and but you have a large following, I mean, you can have any amount of following and just go to see if and check to see if you can you're qualified for any amount to get paid. But the more followers you have on your platforms, like the better because they'll actually pay you more. Yeah.
So is it based on the number of people that
Yeah,
is it
it's
the
based
number
off of the number of followers or subscribers that you have.
is it part of the views too?
No.
No, okay.
Mm-mm. No.
So that has
Not that
not.
I know of. No, because when I went on, I think for at least like say if I had 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, they
Yeah.
estimated me at least $20 per 1,000.
Oh,
Now, say if you have hella followers on YouTube, but then you also have a lot of followers on IG, and you have a lot of followers on Twitter. You know, it's not like oh this outrageous amount, obviously, but you're getting paid to do something you're already doing.
that's the cool thing is that when you start to look at these alternative ways of making money on YouTube, because obviously
Right.
um, there's other ways that you can make money off of YouTube. We just have to kind of be careful. I know there's a couple people that have been demonetized because there were times when they were adding stuff that were not part of the YouTube agreement and you
Right.
come out of it. But I was telling um, Coconut last night that let's do some research on it to see if it's okay. And I know that there's some people that have done it already, especially if
Hmm.
you see hundreds of people doing it and they're still alive. Then I think the possibility of it being valid and to do it should be okay. G Kicks is here in the house. What's going on, G Kicks? I appreciate you being here, my brother. Welcome aboard. So if you want, what is that website called? I'm going to
It's
type it in
called
here.
socialpoobly.com.
Okay. I just put it in the stream here. Social poop. Oh, not public. Why did it do that?
Oh,
Wrong one, guys. Poobly.com. Is that right? Social Poobly. Publi.
mm-hmm.
All right. So I put that in the stream. Um, all right, perfect. I had another question in regards to, was it, you said it was Miss the Redbone was the one that had it on?
Miss True Redbone.
Oh, True Redbone.
Redbone. Mm-hmm.
All right. So make sure you guys are checking that out because it's an opportunity for you to kind of expand and make some money, expand your social media as
Yeah.
well. See, I'm trying to just think of all the things that we touched base on yesterday. Um, I think that is it that I touched on. Do you guys have any other questions for our guest here? Or if there's anything you want to express, Miss Coconut Vlogs, about your experience with YouTube so far that we haven't asked that you want to be open about or talk about or discuss to throw out in these YouTube streets?
I would probably like to add, as far as like my channel goes, I know my content is everywhere. Don't mind it too much. I'm really just learning. I'm experimenting. I'm seeing what I like, what I dislike, like what I said earlier. But for the most part, like if I have any advice to give any YouTuber, just enjoy what you're doing. Enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah,
You know, everything else will come after.
I agree. I think that's one thing that we have to really keep our wits about us, is to really continue to enjoy, because once we
Yeah.
stop doing that and we start looking at other things, everything we do for it is not going to be enjoyable at all. So you have to
Right.
keep that kind of going, as far as just enjoy the passion that you do, and everything else will kind of fall into place, um,
Hmm.
to kind of move forward with your YouTube career, YouTube channel. My glasses are so messed up. They're out of place, or either my ears are not. All right. Well, it looks like the chat has gone quiet. Normally, this chat is screaming. Um, is there anything other questions that you guys have for our guests? Other than that, make sure you guys are checking out our girl Coconut vlogs. The description is below. Nightbot has been throwing her link out as well. So make sure you guys are checking her channel out. If there's no more other questions or any other comments from the chat, we are so thankful that you guys are here. For food's sake says, sorry, I'm editing and listening. No problem. We totally get it. It is almost 7 o'clock and it is a Sunday. At least for us, it's almost 7 o'clock. And depending on where you
Right.
are, in the country. Just want to make sure you guys are have any other questions. We don't want to cut you guys off. Any collabs in the wings? That's a good question for food's sake. Any question? Any collabs for you?
For me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for me, not yet. This is actually my first collab.
Yeah.
And yeah, right now I'm really focused on just networking and getting to know people.
Yeah.
Um, there was one that was brought up, but it wasn't a collab with me. It was the collab with my kids and some other kids.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah,
And
so
that's kind of
that's
in the
kind of
works.
yeah, that's it's a conversation right now. So
Good. Good.
yeah.
And then she has another question here for food's sake. Says, how do you know when to start doing collabs? That's a
I would
really good question.
I would say as soon as you can,
Yeah.
because it puts you out there to other different communities. I think you would know a little bit more about it because you do more collabs than I do, obviously.
I think you have to feel comfortable in wanting to do one. That's number one, but also trusting people that you think are going to be in the best interest for both of you. Collabs.
Right,
I think what happens in a collab is that it helps to fuse two communities together, and so it's important that you get those communities to kind of meld with one another. So I it's the other thing is you have to feel comfortable in doing it. It's no use in doing a collab if you guys don't have a chemistry in doing the collab. Does that make sense? It's one thing. It's one thing if you just say, "Hey, come on over. We're going to do a collab," and but what's the point if there's no chemistry between the two? You know what I'm saying?
right.
So you
Yeah,
have to try to make sure you have a little bit of chemistry, regardless of what. Now, would I ever, if someone like B Loves Life says to me, "Let's do a collab," you don't think I'm going to jump on that? Yes, I'm going to jump on
you
a
better
collab with
jump
B
on
Loves
it.
Life. Yeah, I will be jumping on that and have some really good shoes on when I do it. I'm going to do it. But in the growing channel stream, in the growing channel side of things, you have to have some kind of vibe. You guys have to vibe together. There, and people will see it. People will see if there's not a genuine vibe that's going on between two influencers or two creators. You have to have
Right,
a genuine vibe that's going to ring true from behind the screen and in front of the screen. It got to be the same. And if it's not, then what's the point of doing it? So you kind of have to have a conversation, feel how good you guys talk on, like, I don't know, a StreamYard or something. How well do you talk over the phone? How well do you guys connect? Because that's going to translate on video in what you guys do. So it's important that you guys do that. Check if you're going to do a collab. I always urge people to do collabs. But the other thing is make sure that it feels right to do. Don't always say yes to do a collab and it don't feel right. It has to feel right. So check to see if they are your cup of tea, and that if they will kind of meld together. So that's important. VYC says she is unpacking. No problem. For food's sake, ASMR says true. Yes, that is real. AB and Woo says, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate that, AB and Woo. Um, I agree. Dulce says, thank you, Dulce, for coming on by. JDS, what's going on, 99 Squad? Checking in. Haven't seen you for a while. What's going on, my buddy? Carter's Eat is in the house. And of course, a past guest, Lele Hearts Eats, is in the house as well. Make sure you guys are connecting with each other. Look at her. She smiles. She know Lele. You be going into her lives too, huh, sis?
Mm-hmm.
We have some.
Yes.
They always lit in their lives though. They're always lit in their lives. They be having a good old time. Just
Right.
started working again, been absent is what JDS says. So welcome. I appreciate you coming on by, my brother. I'm glad that you are back to working again. Um, Queen Kesh says, I'll say good night now, guys. I always enjoy YouTube and nice to meet you, Kokonut-Queenz. Thanks for everything,
You
guys.
too, Queen.
You are welcome, Queen Kesh. I know you got to get up and do your dinner at 2 o'clock in the morning. Do your meals at 2 o'clock in the morning. But guess what? That is dedication to get that food going at 2 o'clock in the morning. You won't ever see me going in the kitchen at 2 o'clock in the morning unless it's a midnight snack. That's the only time I would do it. But
Yup.
good for you. You are well, um, what's it called, disciplined to be able to do that. Not all of us have that discipline. Vicky's World says, Toof, I'll do a collab with you anytime. Oh, Vicky, I would love to do a collab with you. We're going to be rising up. That's what we do. So thank you, Miss Vicky. Yes, absolutely. We should. You guys, you could do all kinds of collabs. There's face-to-face collabs. There's virtual collabs.
Mm-hmm.
VYC Stephanie and I have something planned for next month, um, as well. So make sure you guys are connecting, doing collabs. But again, these are people that have been connecting with me. So Vicky's World, I've been connecting with her on a soul level on in our conversation. So I feel comfortable doing with Vicky. I feel comfortable doing with VYC Stephanie, my sis. We've been working hard at getting things going for her. So yeah, I mean, you have to feel comfortable with it. All right. Any other questions? My partner's like, you talking too much. Let your girl talk. He's looking at me like,
You good. I'm learning. I'm learning.
I do talk too much, you guys. Sometimes I run over the guests and I don't even realize it. And my partner's looking at me, let her talk. And I feel so bad. He knows I talk too much too, y'all. All right. Well, if you don't mind, Miss Kokonut-Queenz, we're going to wrap it up here in just a little bit. If there's any other
Yes.
questions in the next couple minutes, you guys make sure that you guys are asking those questions. We'll wrap it up in about 2 to 4 minutes here as we get going. But don't forget, guys, Nightbot is coming by to say, um, give Kokonut-Queenz channel out. So if you guys have not checked her out already, Nightbot is out there promoting her channel. Lele Hearts is still in the house. I appreciate you coming on by. I saw Jackie earlier, so I'm assuming she is still there and listening as well and supporting your girl Coconuts here as well. Do you have any final words for us, Miss Coconuts, before we wrap up the show?
Oh, thank you guys for all your support. Thank you for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I look forward to growing with everyone and learning everything that I can from y'all.
And we appreciate you too, sis, because I'll tell you something. There is something unique about your personality that I am so attracted to. I cannot wait till we sit down and chill. One of these days, we'll pick a weekend or pick a day that we can go and hang out. Again, you live just literally an hour away from
Right.
me, and I can hit the four and be at your place or around your area, and we can
Mm-hmm.
do a collab,
Yeah.
and we'll have a good old time. So I'm excited about that. Let's see. Keep rising, is what Vicky's World says. Remember, the only person you are in competition with is the person you were yesterday. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That is extremely inspiring. Those are dope words, as far as um, us to keep on being inspirational towards one another and inspirational for yourself. So I love that. Have a great night. We're here to support genuine guests. Oh, thank you so
Thank
much, Dulce,
you.
for doing that. We appreciate you supporting the guests that we have come aboard on this channel as well. Dope interview. Good luck to your channel, ABN Wu says. Um, so we got Blended Squad that has just walked in. Thank you so much for coming aboard. Always love these. Have a great night. For food's sake, you're going to come on my show next month. I'm going to book you because September is booked already, guys. But October, we have another surprise. So, October, I'm filling up for this show, but another show is going to be born, guys, for October. Uh, um, so, I'll have 3 nights a week where I'll be going live, and that show is going to be called Halo Halo. If you guys don't know what halo halo means, it means it's a dessert in Filipino that's shaved ice and all of the goodies in the shaved ice. And what it's called halo halo means mix mix. And mix mix is going to be a show where we have 3 or 4 people that are going to be on the live having a conversation from different communities. So that's why it's called halo halo or mix mix. So we're mixing each other's communities together and having a conversation. Whatever that conversation comes up, that's what it's going to be. Kind of like an hour and a half kind of show with 4 different creators on board to have a conversation. So look out for that sometime mid October for that second show. But in the meantime, let's talk about it. Is still on Thursdays and on Sundays. And we thank you so much for coming on board. I thank my guest here, Ms. Kokonut-Queenz, for being here. And I appreciate you, sis, for being here.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you.
And we will certainly be collabing soon, sooner than later.
Yes. Yes.
And we will make sure to do that. Ate Milo, we will see you hopefully either Wednesday or Friday. So if you guys have not connected with Milo, a great networking channel to have on board. She streams Wednesday and Friday around 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So make sure you guys are checking her out. The Ace Deuce family is here as well. We're just wrapping up the show, Ace Deuce family. I appreciate you coming by. I hope that you have done the challenge I haven't seen yet. So make sure you're doing the challenge. I'll be looking out for it still. Again, there's no deadline, guys. I'll be on your channel soon. Milo is what for food's sake says as well. All right, guys. We will be seeing you guys on the next show. Bye-bye, Miss Coconut. We'll see you later. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
You guys have a wonderful weekend. It's work again tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Oh, yeah.